If your child has a big personality or a talent like singing, dancing, whatever,
This video is brought to you by Appy Pie Academy.
then there are businesses that get attention that are very available in today's environment, and they are kind of like YouTube, Instagram, social media businesses. They are fun for your child. They are actually boring behind the scenes. It's very nerdy behind the scenes because there's a lot of promotion. Even in videos, there's like editing and there's different equipment, and that's the kind of stuff that creative people hate to deal with. And it's going to be your job to support your child and maybe help them understand the microphones, the filming, the cameras, if it's video or if it's just photos, all the little things like that. Some kids figure this stuff out on their iPhone. For many people, it's a challenge. And same issue with the marketing. I mean, if it's something on YouTube you're doing, I mean, you're going to have to promote it and post it on forums and somehow get the initial views for it, or somehow put some money into running ads just to get that little bit of initial exposure. So it's not fun for you, this business, but it's interesting for your child, and it lets them explore their creative side to the fullest. Now, about that, in your safe home environment, they're going to be okay. As soon as they are out and putting things on YouTube or Instagram, there's a lot of really weird people out there, especially people who are judgmental of other people who are creative. And the more your child is creative, the more they're going to have weirdo and mean critics who are maybe other 10-year-olds, but online you have no idea. Okay, so this business has a negative part of it, which is it can be once you put something out there as a creative person, if you get negative feedback, it can be very hurtful, and it's important to shield your child from that. And it's not something that you can stop. You can't control the internet, but you can talk to them about it and make sure that they are psychologically and emotionally prepared and ready, and explore this slowly so that they don't get a bunch of weirdos, or even worse, like a lot of peers who are mean to them. And this is, of course, a case-by-case basis, because I don't know what your child will do. I don't know if they're going to sing, or if they're going to dance, or if they're going to tell bad jokes. Who knows? But it's really important that you are kind of there and overseeing it and just getting them ready. There's a lot, in creative things, there's a lot of rejection. There's a lot of negative things that come to it alongside the pseudo, quote unquote fame. And the other problem with it is that your child, other than exploring their creative side, there's not a lot of skills that you learn, but there's a lot of kind of like this self-focus, which is something that current society perpetuates in young people. So you want to also be careful that your child doesn't get carried away of like this whole me, I'm the star. So you're going to have to find a way to mitigate that, again, because I don't know what it is that your child will do. It's really hard for me to sit here and suggest a particular technique for how to mitigate it, but it's really important for you to be very mindful of it. And for you, it's one thing to do to help your child along is try to think through some of the business planning of this. For example, what will be the format? Will it be weekly? Will it be video? Will it be audio? Will it be pictures? How often? And should there be like co-stars, or are they the only star? And how to make it better. So whenever you're creating anything, we're all essentially amateurs when we're creating things at home for the internet. And there's levels of being amateur, and we're never quite professional, because professional level of creation, like you see on TV or music videos, like, that back in the day there were MTV. I mean, there are like professional teams of people working on them. So not just one person. So a home-based such business will never be perfect. And it's your job to kindly find flaws in the production and work with your child on it to improve it. So it may be that if they're singing, maybe the instruments needs to be better. The instrumental part needs to be better. Maybe the microphones need to be better. Maybe the song itself has to be a little bit tightened up. And what your job will be is to get them the right kind of coaching, the right kind of training. If you can help them along with advice, that's also great. But your job is essentially to see where the weak points are and help them find a way to improve it so they can become more and more a high quality content producer online, which will really help them further explore their potential, explore in whatever their creative side is.